You know what, people? Y'all trying to do this planetary battle. Why are you battling when you should just be accepting how it is? You know, you're trying to construct walls and buildings and stuff. Why don't you just make it how it should be? If the coastal is gonna flood, then just flood it. You know what I'm saying? So if these things are gonna happen, why don't you just make it like that? You know, instead of trying to battle the ocean and coastal beaches and stuff, why don't you just accept that that's how planet life is going to be and just flood it with water and do, instead of always fixing it to be houses again and stuff, because then what's gonna happen? It's just gonna crash the houses, and then the houses are gonna be destroyed. You know, whatever happens, a hurricane or a tsunami or whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen. And all those houses and everything are gonna be destroyed. So why don't you just make it like that then? You know what I'm saying? And figure out how to build something other than houses for the land, and so you're not wasting resources and wood and trees and stuff on rebuilding all these houses. Everything that you're wasting, and that's just cutting down more trees, which is just going to make the planet hotter. It's going to make the land hotter, and you're going to have forest fires that are going to burn the trees, because it's getting hotter. And that's just you're not gonna get it. You understand? You're battling the ocean and hurricanes and stuff, but you're just gonna get forest fires and stuff then, and that's gonna burn all the trees, and then it makes no sense then, does it? Yeah. And you'll have like earthquakes and stuff or whatever, because it's gonna get hotter, and that's gonna cause earthquakes or whatever, and maybe volcanoes erupting. So why don't you just accept life and start working it out to be how the planet is doing? The planet, planet life is going to be, so you should just go ahead and be living the future, knowing that there's going to be a tsunami, knowing there's going to be hurricanes, knowing there's going to be earthquakes, knowing there's going to be volcanoes, and then constructing artificial mountains and stuff, and flooding the beaches and the coasts, the ocean, and just let it be how it is, you know. But that's just me, though. So, I believe that there's no sense in battling it, just like there's no battle. You people are out here. You just need to manage life instead of battling. You just live it, and there you go. Hmm. What, yeah, what is that? I don't know. What's that? Chibbity boom. Yeah.